Hello, hello. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon to you, whatever it might be. This is a very different time than when I usually stream. Usually, I stream in the mornings, my time, but I decided to try a different time. I know a lot of my audience is from Japan, so I think this time might be a little bit better for my Japanese audience. So, hello, hello. You're watching from Bangladesh. Fantastic. Good morning to you. It is currently the evening for me. So it's coming up on 8 o'clock at night. So, Amit, are you awake? Why are you awake, my guy? Isn't it like the middle of the night for you? I know that this time is probably not going to be great for my European students, or my European audience, I should say. But like I said, I wanted to try a different time to see if if subscribers who aren't normally able to come to streams, just to see if maybe if I stream in the evenings my time, they might be able to watch. So we'll see. It's an experiment. I'm willing to try. So we'll see how it goes. We just had a very big holiday here in America. Last week, we celebrated Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, like I said, is a very big holiday here. And I'm very, very glad I was able to spend this time with my family. So, new subscriber, yay! Let me make sure my sound is okay. Oh, it's a little bit low. All right, let's try that. There we go. So, hello to Bangladesh. So it seems that this is also a good time for India and Bangladesh as well. So fantastic. Awesome. Watching from Brazil. It's almost 10 p.m. Yeah, it's later for you. Missed your videos 3 weeks without. Yeah, I have not been able to make any content for several weeks. I moved from Florida to a different state called Kentucky. And Kentucky is where I was born. I was born here. So I recently moved. And moving, especially such a long distance, is a big, big project. So I was not able to make content at all. At all. I wasn't able to teach. I wasn't able to film or edit or anything because moving requires so much work. And that was not just the packing and all of that, but also the drive to get here. So long. But I am planning to start making more content soon. So Luckily, I have so many videos on my channel, so hopefully you were able to watch a video that you didn't see before. Hello to Korea. Hello, hello. I guess it's morning to you. So good morning to Korea. Amazing. Also from Bangladesh. Amazing. Hello to Bangladesh. Est-ce que tu parles français? I recently started studying French again, but the way that I like to learn languages is I don't focus on speaking in the beginning. And I'm not a beginner in French. I'm intermediate in French, but I don't focus on speaking. So I understand a lot of French at an intermediate level, like a lower intermediate level, but I don't practice speaking. It's not how I prefer to learn. But I understand your question. Est-ce que tu parles français? Is yeah, can you speak French? So I think it's interesting. Your channel name is Learn Spanish English, but your question is in French, about French. So very interesting. Hello, hello. So good evening to you as well, or good morning, or good afternoon. Ooh, I see IELTS TJ. Have I heard of it? I think I've seen it written. I don't think I've heard it before, to be honest. I'm not quite sure how to say it. Hello to Bangladesh. Oh my gosh, so many viewers from Bangladesh today. Je pense que c'est cool. Nice. Okay, so we've got some French speakers. Fantastic. Very cool. I can understand more than a beginner level of French. I can understand a beginner level of Spanish. I still remember a beginner level of Chinese. And then other than that, I know like a few random words in several different languages. So, my dog is making some noise right now. My dog is currently, there he is. You can kind of see him there. So, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I woke up for a moment in surprise from notification. Oh, I hope that the notification didn't wake you up. Oh no. But thank you. I think it'll be a good stream. Have a good sleep, a good rest. Oh goodness. Hello, hello. Hello to Brazil. Enjoy my classes. I'm glad. I'm very glad to hear that. I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you're all staying warm. It is so cold here in my hometown. So cold. That's why I have this big sweatshirt on. Yeah. Oh, thank you for saying hello to my dog. Yeah. He's there. You might hear him like bark in his sleep. But I've been practicing translating paragraphs from my native language into English. Do you think this will help me understand better? Ooh. So translation is interesting. I personally, I am skeptical. I am doubtful about how useful it is to translate. I'm not very confident that translation is a good way to learn, maybe in the beginning, but I think when you become more advanced, I don't think it's super useful. I mean, personally, I don't think there should be any translation when you're learning a language. That's my personal opinion. I think that if it's possible for you to learn just with comprehensible input, where, you don't understand everything 100%, but you're picking up the language naturally, personally, based on everything I've read about it, like research and stuff, I think that's a better method. But that being said, like, it's not a waste of time to do that, to translate back and forth. It's not a waste of time. But I think that maybe writing or typing what you hear is maybe more useful for you than versus translating. That's my personal opinion about translating. I hope you're happy with your new home. Thank you. It's not really new to me. It's my dad's house, and I used to live here, so I'm happy to be back with my family. Pseudo, I was hoping that you would be able to join today's stream. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad the timing worked out. Fantastic. My phone was silent. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God. Oh, okay. Invited to travel to Bangladesh because the weather is fine here. Well, good. I'm very glad. I don't have any plans to travel anywhere anytime soon, but thank you for the invitation. Hello, Marlon from Brazil. My voice sounds like an angel's voice. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Oh, another from Brazil. Well, hello to Brazil. Oh, it's very hot in Brazil. Right. It's summer for you, right? So, several from Brazil. Yeah, so I know it's summertime for you. It's winter time for us here in the United States. Actually, here in Kentucky, it snowed. It snowed on Tuesday. So it was very, very cold. So you can see, here we go. You can see this is the current temperature, 1 degree Celsius. 1. It's winter in Bangladesh too. Today is 10 degrees Celsius. Oh, okay. Oh, and it's almost 7 a.m. Oh, it's very early for you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 10 degrees Celsius. So warmer than here. Warmer than here. So I'm glad it's a bit warmer for you. Oh, another from Brazil. Fantastic. But live in Portugal. Thanks for your class. Well, thank you. Another from Brazil. Amazing. Amazing. Can you say good evening in Portuguese? Oh, do I know how to say that? I know I learned at some point. Let me think. Maybe like, what would it be? What would it be? Maybe like boa tarde, maybe something like that. I don't remember how to say good evening in Portuguese. I don't remember. I know I learned at some point in the past, but I don't remember because I'm not currently studying Portuguese. I'm currently studying French, actually, so I don't really remember. English pronunciation is nice. Oh, well, thank you. 30 degrees in Brazil. Crazy. Boa noite. Right. Okay. I got the boa part right. I got that part right. Noche. Okay. Right. Okay. I guess tarde might be like afternoon, maybe? I don't know. Can you please tell me how can I improve my essay writing? Ooh, essays. So, oh, I'm assuming that you're asking because it's for school. Honestly, I don't have a lot of tips for essays. I mean, I wrote a lot of essays when I was in college, university. Because I got a degree in English literature, so I wrote a lot of essays. But one of the things that helped me with writing in general was I was a big reader. I read a lot. And when you read a lot, it helps you know what is good writing, you know? So if you're reading kind of anything, articles, essays, books, whatever, and you like it, that helps you with your own writing. So 16 degrees in India. Okay, 16. That's not too bad. So hello to India. Boataji. I was right. Nice. So, okay, it was in there. It was in there somewhere. It's for an IELTS test. Okay, it's for an IELTS test. I'm not super familiar with IELTS. I know a little bit, but not a lot. With IELTS, it's very specific. Something with IELTS, I know there's a lot of information in a lot of different topics for IELTS on YouTube. So I hope that there's some channel for you on YouTube that can help with the IELTS writing. But I don't have specific advice for you. How do you say? I don't know what that is, so I don't know what that is in English. So yeah, asking me how to translate, I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. Oh, Jesus. Welcome back. It's good to see you. How are you? I hope you are staying warm up north, my friend, because it is freezing here. I skipped English a little while the teacher was away. Well, it's totally okay to take breaks from learning. Just like, I'm taking a break from content creation so that I can focus on my personal life for a little while. But just make sure you go back to it, because learning a little bit every day is very, very helpful, I think. So, speaking of learning, I have an article for you all today, and I thought we could look at it together and hopefully learn some new vocabulary, maybe some new sentences. We can have a discussion about the topic. So, let's see. Will you be streaming only on Saturdays? No, I will also be streaming tomorrow. My new schedule is going to be Saturday nights and Sunday mornings. That's the plan. It's an experiment because I've never streamed at this time before. So I wanted to see if this time is better for a part of my audience. So I will also be streaming tomorrow morning. Hello to Angola. Hello. Reading improves your writing. Does this mean even if I'm reading like news or some random books in English can help, or should I only focus on IELTS essay topics? So I think that reading in general will help you with your writing. But because you are studying specifically for the IELTS, it's good, I think, to focus, maybe not only focus on IELTS essay topics, but I think maybe spending 80% of, 70, 80% focusing on reading previous or sample IELTS essays, because that will help you with the style and the structure of those essays. So reading a lot of examples of high scoring essays, reading a lot of those will put in your mind what it sounds like to have a really good essay. So learning by example or from examples. So staying warm. We pay the price in gas though. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that's always a bummer. I mean, hopefully it balances out in the summer. Like hopefully you don't, pay the price too much in the summer with AC. Aqui do Brasil. Here in Brazil. That's all. Abração. I'm not sure what that means, actually. This is morning in India. After waking up, it's not better to watch mobile. True. Yeah, very true. Yeah, it's typically not a good idea to watch something or to go on your phone first thing in the morning. But that's okay. I mean, you can watch this stream later. It will be a video. So as soon as it's done, you can watch it as a video on my channel. So one more question. Okay, go for it. I will do my best. Loved your channel and your podcast. I always listen on the bus in my passive time. Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you enjoy the podcast. Fantastic. Yay. No more streamings for champions, right? I'm planning on ending the memberships on YouTube, because the memberships on YouTube are kind of weird, to be honest with you. YouTube tells me and tells creators that it's a good opportunity to, make different content and, make money in a different way. And the reality is it's not really as great as YouTube says it is. So honestly, I think, I'm actually going to be ending the memberships in general. And I'm going to create a community on my own website. And that should be a little bit better. Can you say hello to my daughter, Isabel? Oh, well, hello. Hello to you and hello to Isabel. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, so this is they give a cue card. Like, tell me the person you admire most, and you're supposed to speak for 2 minutes without any mistakes. So can you do that speaking on a topic for 2 minutes? Like you want me to talk about that topic for 2 minutes? Is that what you mean? 1 second. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Did you ever get a piece of pie?
Yes, I did.
Did John and Aaron get a pie?
I don't know. Okay.
So you just, okay. All right.
I'm streaming, by the way.
What's that?
I'm streaming, by the way.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. No worries.
Okay.
Okay. All right. that was my dad. My dad is currently downstairs in the same house, but he didn't want to shout, so he called me. Oh, goodness. Okay, sorry. Apologies. Okay. Okay, so yes, okay, got you. So 2 minutes talking about the person you admire most without any mistakes. Okay. Well, let's try it, shall we? Okay, so 2 minutes talking about the person you admire most. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes, okay? And well, first I have to think about this. The person I admire most. That's an interesting one. Now, I have a question for you. In the IELTS speaking exam, they give you that cue card, and then how long do you have to prepare your answer? Like, are you allowed to think about it for some time, or like, do you immediately have to respond? So, 1 minute? Okay. All right. You know what? Let's do it that way. All right. We'll do it that way. Hang on a second. Oh dear. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute and I'm going to think about it. Okay. 1 minute. Think about the person I admire most and what I want to say. Okay. Oh. Okay. I think I have a person in mind. Now I want to think about why I admire that person. And I'm trying to think of a really concrete example of why and like how to explain it in 2 minutes. Okay. All right. I think I've got it. I still have some time, but we're going to cancel that and set it for 2 minutes, and we're going to try it. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay. There we go. Oh, I want it bigger. There we go. Like that. The person I admire most is probably the woman that I call my chosen mom. Now, I say chosen mom because we are not related. She's not my mother by blood, and she never married my dad. So she's not my stepmom, and she's not my real mom. So I say chosen mom. And the reason I admire my chosen mom the most is because she has had a very, very difficult life, but it made her a very kind, compassionate person. And she has helped me so much in my life. And my life has recently changed a lot. And we have an expression, she stepped up to the plate. And I'll explain that expression after. But she really stepped up to the plate, and she really helped me and supported me in really big ways as my life was changing. So I admire her because of how she shows up for the people that she cares about. And I'm very, very grateful to be one of the people that she cares about. And she calls me her daughter, and, you know, I call her my chosen mom. And my life would be very, very different without her. So I admire her for her wisdom and her insights. There we go. All right. So I hope that was helpful to you. Now, I want to explain one of the expressions that I used. So one of the expressions that I used, okay, I said, so to step up to the plate, I said she really stepped up to the plate. Now, this can have several meanings, but we'll say the way that I meant it was she appeared, that's not the right word. She showed up. She showed up for me when I needed her to. So she stepped up to the plate. So it's like she took responsibility. She was involved. We'll say like that. I can't really think of a better way to describe it. Jesus, maybe if you're still in chat, do you have a way to describe this expression, to step up to the plate? And let's see, hold on, I fell behind on chat. To your point earlier, it's more like they balance each other out. Gas is dirt cheap in the summer and the power bill is ridiculous. Oh, fair enough. Good point. Okay, well, it was 1 minute. Okay. Hello to Pakistan. What is the name of your mobile and how many dollars as well? Well, I mean, it's an iPhone 13. I bought it used. So, I don't remember how much I spent on it, to be honest. I bought it a long time ago, used, not new. I don't remember, to be honest. So I don't like to buy new iPhones because they're too expensive. So yeah, that's why I bought it used, not new. So it's an idiom. How can we learn more idioms? And is it important for fluency? I would say yes. So how can we learn more idioms? I mean, native speakers use idioms all the time. The trick is kind of recognizing them. Now, you can, of course, Google like top 10 idioms about whatever, and you can learn that way. But you'll also encounter them naturally just by listening to native speakers as well. I do think it's important for fluency, at least to understand native speakers at the very least. Because like I said, native speakers, we use idioms all the time. And yeah, so I do think it's important at least for listening fluency. I usually explain the meaning by referencing another expression to rise to the occasion. Okay. So the problem that I run into with doing that, Jesus, is then I have to explain the other expression. Like it's like a chain of expressions. But that is a good way, yeah, to rise to the occasion. So all of these kind of mean, yeah, like to we would say to show up. Which means like to participate in a meaningful way. So to step up to the plate is, taking responsibility, showing up in a meaningful way, helping someone. Yeah. So I hope that's a little bit clearer. Okay, I hope that was helpful. That was a very interesting exercise for me. So I appreciate your question. That was interesting. Let's see. But you speak slow and it's easy. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I know that some teachers think that you shouldn't listen to slow language, but I think you should. Hello. I'm doing well. How are you? We are going to switch over to our article. This is the article that I selected for us today. Now, if you don't know this website, I I highly recommend this website. It's called Engu, and they offer tutoring services, but they also have a lot of materials for a wide variety for every level of English learner. So I'm going to put this link in today's article. I'm going to put this in the chat and pin it so everyone can see it. And the reason I like this is because when you are looking at all of the articles, you can actually sort by level. So I selected level 5 articles, and that's how I found this article. So it's right in the middle at the intermediate level. So hello to Japan. Listen, but I try to listen. Good. Listening is super important. Fantastic. Yeah, good old Engu, right? Are you from UK? And if international students move there, is there any chance they can get a job without any experience because they have only degrees like bachelor's in arts? Okay. So I'm not from the UK. I am from the US. I'm American. So I can tell you that in the US, when I was at university, my roommate was from China, and I was part of a community with a lot of international students. And I know that my roommate who was an international student, she was able to get a job on campus. So a campus job. So it didn't pay a lot, but it was possible to get a job working on campus at the university. So yes, there are jobs that don't require experience. They're not great jobs, but they're jobs, right? So yes, in the US, it is possible. Now, I don't know about specific details. I can only tell you what I saw when I was at university. So, okay, today's article is: today's students will spend 25 years on their phones. Now, I chose this article because, all of us spend so much time on our phones, right? And there's a lot of discussion about using your phones too much, things like that. So I thought this was very interesting. Today's students will spend 25 years on their phones. So I like this website because first we can look at some new words. Then there's the article. And the article is not super long. And then there are comprehension questions. And then discussion questions. So it's very, very useful when you are studying English. It's very useful, I think. So let's get started. Let's look at our first word. So our first word is institution. Institution. Now, we do have the opportunity to click this button and listen to the word. So, if you didn't have me, that's fine, because you can click this and hear someone say it so you can copy. But today you have me. So, institution. So it also tells us it's a noun, and it gives us a definition and an example sentence. And you can also listen to the example sentence. So an institution is an organization with a specific purpose, such as education, research, finance, etc. So So an institution, yeah, is think similar to business, similar to organization, but it's for something specific. So, for example, Yale, it's a university, it's a very famous university in America. Yale is one of the oldest educational institutions in the US. Okay, so an institution. Our second word, habit. Now, I use this word a lot. I think that having good habits is the secret to learning a language, having good habits. So, a habit is something that a person or animal regularly or often does. A practice, one meaning a person, a practice one cannot stop doing. So, usually it takes some time to make a good habit, and it takes some time to stop a bad habit because we don't think about it, right? Habits are things that we don't have to think about it. We just do it, right? It's difficult, but when something is a habit, it's easier because you don't have to think about doing it. So for example, I have a habit of sleeping late. Oh, we have some more examples. Smoking is a bad habit. So these are some example sentences. One of my habits is when I watch TV or when I watch a YouTube video, I play with this Rubik's Cube. So this is a habit I have. It's something that I don't really think about just when I'm watching a show or if I'm watching a YouTube video, I just pick this up and I just start playing with it. So that's one of my habits. Let's see, next word, focus. Another good word when it comes to learning a language, focus. Sometimes it can be very difficult to focus in this modern world with so many things to distract us. So focus is an act of concentrating on or paying attention to something. So focus is when you're looking at, you're watching, you're thinking about this one thing and not anything else, just this one thing. So like I said, it can be very difficult to focus when you have a phone. Because if you're focusing on, let's say, a book, then your phone can stop you from focusing. So it can be very difficult. So for example, parts of my job require a lot of focus. So for me in my life, when I am teaching or when I am making content, I always want to focus on my student or on whatever content I'm creating. I don't want to be distracted. So the opposite of focus would be distracted. These are opposites. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. Next word is aware. Okay, so aware. Aware is knowing or understanding a fact, situation, etc. So aware is just, like you know something, you understand something. Aware is the opposite of this would be unaware, meaning you don't know You don't know what's going on. If you're aware, it's like, oh, okay, I can see, I can hear, I know what is happening. It's aware. Oh, wait, sorry, I missed some questions. Sorry. Let's see. Okay. I can't understand why. So I know that I speak very slowly, but I focus on that. Okay. I focus on speaking slowly and clearly. But native speakers in general, when they are speaking to other native speakers, they don't focus on that. So that's probably why. You should focus your exam now. Good sentence. Good sentence. So there's one correction. So you should focus your exam now. Good use of the word focus. Very, very nice. We just need to add on. Okay, we just need to add on. Okay. So you focus on something. You focus on something. So focus on, usually something can be someone as well. So could be either. But yeah, you focus on something. So good sentence. Good sentence. You should focus on your exam now. Yeah, good sentence. Very, very good. Let's see. Okay. So we talked about aware. So that's very good. If you want to, type a practice sentence in the chat, it's a good opportunity to practice. So our next word is tool. Now, this sound might be a little difficult depending on your native language. This sound is very common in English, especially American English. Tool. It's got that dark L sound. Tool. So this is a good word to practice for the pronunciation. There's also words like pool. Okay, so we have tool, pool. Okay. Also, cool. So this sound, is good to practice. It's got that, like I said, that dark L. So this is the dark L. Could be tricky, possibly. Fool. Fool. That's another good one. Excellent. Fool. Yep. Cool, pool, cool, fool. Yep. Very, very nice. There's also the same pronunciation but different spelling. Ghoul. Same sound. Tool, ghoul, but different spelling because English is weird. Okay, so tool. What is tool? I don't speak English. That's okay. Welcome anyway. So a tool. Tool is a device. So a device is some type of object used to do a particular task, a thing used to help perform a task. So a tool can be, it can be anything, actually. It can be, like anything can be a tool. Something that helps you do something else, like achieve a particular task, is a tool. World, girl. Good. It's got that Earl. So those have that Earl sound. Yeah. Have that Earl. That's another kind of difficult sound. Again, that dark L. Yeah. Yeah, useful objects. Yeah, something that helps you achieve something else. Yeah. To make something. Yeah. Or to do something. Yeah. So, for example, we keep all of our gardening tools in the shed. So, there we go. This is a shed. And inside, we can see all of these tools for gardening. Other examples, the aim of the course is to provide, so aim meaning goal, purpose. The aim of the course is to provide students with the tools they need to become successful journalists. So this is some kind of class. All right. Okay, last word. You are our best tool to learn English. I can assure you that. You're very kind. Thank you. But, I should not be your only tool. Right? You should have a variety of tools. So, yes, I answered this question before. So I speak slowly because I'm a teacher and I know that I'm speaking to learners, right? But other native speakers, when they speak to other native speakers, they don't change the way they talk in that way. So that's most likely why. So if you can understand one native speaker, it doesn't mean you can understand all native speakers. And that's true even for native speakers. So for example, I'm a native English speaker, but there are other native English speakers that I struggle to understand. So it's actually very natural. Yeah. How can I improve my speaking in English by myself without living in the country which speaks English? So finding a teacher or other native speakers can be very helpful. Not necessary, but helpful. They can help you improve. There are apps that can help. So finding a teacher or a tutor or a native speaker online, then it's not necessary, but it helps. But then also, there's also ChatGPT. You can speak to ChatGPT. That can be good practice, and it's free. There's also talk to yourself. Honestly, talk to yourself. It might feel weird, but you will perform the way you practice. So practice by yourself so that when you do speak to native speakers, you have practice. Like you're not starting from zero. So, other ways. There's also read out loud. Out loud. So if you're reading something, say it out loud. Listen and repeat to native speakers. So this often called shadowing. That's another way. And you can try, all of these. Hello to our new subscriber. Hello, hello. So those are some ways. Range of beauty tools. There we go. A wide range of beauty tools. That's another good use of that word. Don't focus on that time. Comprehensible output, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, I do really recommend comprehensible input. It is very useful. Yeah, it is very, very useful, I think, my opinion. So we have one last word, belief. Belief. Now, I'm not saying belief. This E right here kind of gets dropped. It's belief. Or it's kind of like a soft sound. Belief. Belief. Okay, belief. So belief is trust or confidence in someone or something. Okay, so this is the noun form of the verb to believe, right? So this is the noun form. For example, you need to have more belief in yourself and your abilities as an athlete. So here we go. So an athlete is someone who does like a sport. So you need to have more belief in yourself. As a teacher, I also tell my students this. You need to have belief in yourself when you're learning. Alrighty, so now we looked at these words. Now let's take a look at the article. Okay, today's students will spend 25 years on their phones. Crazy. So let's learn a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to read the whole sentence and then we will take it piece by piece. A UK survey has found that the average student today will spend about 25 years of their life on their phone. Now, this is a little bit of a long sentence, okay? So here we have the subject, a UK survey. Now, a survey is when you ask a bunch of questions and you get the responses and you use the responses usually to give you some information about something. So that's a survey. A UK survey, so UK meaning United Kingdom, the UK, has found, so they discovered, they learned that the average student, so not the highest student, not the best student, not the richest student, or, just the average, the middle student, will spend about 25 years of their life on their phone. That's based on, here we go. Okay. That's based on an average of 5.5 hours of phone use every day, 16 hours of waking time, and 72 years of smartphone use between the ages of 11 and 83. So, all right, lots of numbers, kind of a long sentence here. So let's think about this. Let's look at this. This is referring to this. That equals this. Okay? It's referring to what came before, what was said before. Okay, so that's here. Based on. So based on is like where the information or where the statement is coming from, like how they know. So that's based on an average, so middle, right? Middle, average of 5.5 hours of phone use every day. So using your phone on average 5.5 hours every day. Okay. So that's one. Then the other, 16 hours of waking time. So 16 hours of being awake, not sleeping. Okay, that's 2. And then 3, and 72 years of smartphone use. So using your smartphone for 72 years between, so starting at the age of 11 and ending at 83. My guess is this is probably the average age of when children start using smartphones. And 83 is probably the average life expectancy, meaning, let's see. Life expectancy is about how long you will live. So about how many years you will live. That's life expectancy. Okay. So this here is probably the average life expectancy in the UK. Probably. I don't know for sure. So they got that number here based on this. Okay? This information told them this. Okay. The survey was done by Fluid Focus, an app that helps people manage their screen time, and included over 2,800 UK students in high school, university, and other higher education institutions. Another kind of long sentence, okay? So the survey, the questions, okay? The people or the organization that asked the questions was this is the organization that asked the questions. So the survey was done by Fluid Focus. So Fluid Focus is an app. Okay, so this part explains this. Okay, so Fluid Focus is an app that helps people manage their screen time. So manage meaning not using it too much. And screen time meaning, being on your phone. And included over. Now, there are 2 different ways to say this number, okay? I like to talk about this with my students because it's very helpful, I think. So you can say this 2 different ways. You can say 2,800, but this is very long. And it's not common to say it this way. Instead, I recommend saying it like this, 2,800. Like this, because you have the 28 here and in the hundreds place. 2,800. So this is how I hear it most often. We use this for emphasis. In my experience. Okay, so the survey, included over 2,800 UK students in high school, university, and other higher education institutions. Okay, other higher education institutions, very long, but other organizations about the same level as university or high school. Okay. Next, older students spend more time on their phones from an average of 5 hours and 12 minutes in high school to 6 hours and 12 minutes at university age. Okay, so older students spend more time on their phones. So from an average, you have in high school 5 hours, a little more than 5 hours, and then in university, about little more than 6 hours. So this is talking about a range of time. 4% of students spend 9 or more hours on their phones. And according to Fluid Focus, if these habits don't change, those people will spend about 41 years of their lives on their phones. It's crazy. So 4%, okay, 4% of students 4% of students spend 9 or more. Let's do it like this. 9 or more, meaning 9 or more hours on their phones. And according to Fluid Focus, so Fluid Focus says, this is a good expression here, especially if you're writing essays. This is a good expression, or not expression, but like a phrase to know, according to someone. So according to Fluid Focus, if these habits don't change, those people meaning 4%, will spend about 41 years of their lives on their phones. Crazy. It's affecting focus. According to Fluid Focus, fewer than 4% of students can study for an hour without checking their phone. And about 40% check their phone every few minutes. Now, let's talk about this word check, okay, or checking. So to check something in this context means like to turn your attention to something else, to look at it, to see like, oh, is something different? Like you check it, you look at it. So to check something, to look at or for something. So, for example, I don't remember how much money I have. Let me check. Like that. All right? Like, oh, let me see. Let me check. Let me look. So that's to check something. Or, whoops, I said someone. Sorry, something. Sorry. So to check something. So this sentence here says that fewer than 4%. Let's copy and paste this sentence too. Oh, goodness. How did that happen? All right, here we go. So it's affecting focus. So affecting, I would say a good synonym here would probably be changing or influencing focus. According to Fluid Focus, fewer than 4% means less than 4%. So fewer than 4% of students can study for an hour without checking their phone. So that means that a small amount of students are able to study and not look at their phone. A small percentage of students for an hour. About 40% check their phone, okay? Check their phone. They look at their phone every few minutes. So few meaning, I would say 3 or 4. So, honestly, sometimes this also happens to me, but this changed for me when I stopped using social media, specifically TikTok. When I stopped using TikTok, I was able to focus a lot more. So I like my life without TikTok because of that. Okay, let's look at this one. 75% said their phone use, okay, so using their phone, affects their studies. And 47% said it affects their sleep. Okay, so 75% said their phone use, so using their phone, affects, meaning influences or changes their studies, so sitting and studying, and 47% said it affects their sleep. A lot of articles say not to look at your phone before you go to sleep because it can affect or influence or change your sleep. So, yeah. Okay, almost done. But many are aware, okay, they know that they spend a lot of time on their phone. And 68% said they want to reduce that time. Glenn Stevenson, one of Fluid Focus's founders, said there's hope in this awareness. Okay, so many are aware. They know they spend too much time on their phone. And 68% said they want to reduce that time. Okay, so they spend a lot of time. They want to spend less time. So the founder, one of the founders, one of the original people in this app said, there's hope. Like, oh, nice, there's hope. Many are already trying. They just need to be met with the right education, the right tools, and the belief that change is possible, he told The Times. So many are already trying. Many people or many students are already trying to reduce the amount of time. They just need to be met with, meaning they just need to find or have the right education, the right tools, and the belief that change is possible. And The Times is a newspaper or magazine? Newspaper. It's a newspaper. All right. So, alrighty, that was the article. Now let's look at some of the questions. Okay, let's look at some questions. So these are comprehension questions. I'd rather focus on the discussion questions. Okay, so this one. Do you find it shocking that the average student today will spend 25 years of their life on their phone? Okay, let's look at this question. Do you find it, meaning do you think? Do you think it's shocking, meaning surprising, that the average student, the middle student, will spend 25 years of their life on their phone? So this is a question for chat. Or we'll say everyone. Question for everyone. So do you think it's surprising or shocking? So let's see. There we go. That the average student today will spend 25 years of their life on their phone. Not surprised. Okay. See, I'm not surprised that, I'm not surprised that it's a big number, meaning a big amount of time, but I am surprised that it's such a big number. I was not expecting 25 years. Yeah, I was not expecting 25 years. Maybe like 10 years, but 25? Like that's a crazy high amount. Yeah, oh, you do think so? You agree? Yeah, I think it's crazy. It's very surprising to me. But I'm not that surprised, I should say. I'm not that surprised. Yeah. Just about the amount. So, okay, hold on. Let's look at another question. Okay, I like these two questions. Let's look at these. Okay. This is for everyone. Okay. How many hours a day? Let's look at it like this. Okay. Actually, let's put it this way. So how many hours a day do you spend on your phone? Like if you think about it, how many hours a day do you think you spend on your phone? For me, well, you know what? I'm going to check. Let's look at screen time on my phone. If you have an iPhone, your iPhone can actually tell you. Let's see. Can I look at... Oh, okay. No, apparently not. Okay. No, I don't want to break down by... maybe by week. Okay. So my daily average... it's not going to show up. Hang on, wait. So my daily average of screen time is 3 hours and 20 minutes over the last week. That's over the last week. Yeah. Let's see. 10 hours, 5 hours, 4 or 7. Okay. 10 hours. So yeah, for me, I spent, about 3 hours and 20 minutes for me. That's my average. Every day. That's my average. So sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's less. So today I spent 2.5 hours, 2.5 today on my phone. I've been reading a lot, so I haven't been looking at my phone very much. So let's look at this next one. Okay. How long can you usually go? So, how long can you just, go in your life without checking your phone? How long can you usually go without checking your phone? For me, usually, how long can I usually go without checking my phone? I've never really thought about it, to be honest. it depends on what I'm doing, right? Because if I'm reading, for example, like I was reading a book this week that I really liked. I was really focused on it. So, I didn't really check my phone very often. But I don't feel very attached to my phone in general. I mean, I guess that's just because of my generation. When I was a kid, we didn't have smartphones. Also, I'm a very big reader. Like, I read a lot, and I do other things. So I don't spend a whole lot of time on my phone, I think, in general. So I can go an hour, usually go. I'd say an hour. But it really depends. Daily average is 9 hours and 21 minutes. Oh, healthy numbers. Thanks. I guess so. Time. Yeah, it depends on my need. Depends. Yeah. See, yeah, I agree. It depends. It depends. Yeah. Like, if I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm not going to check my phone. But if I'm waiting for a text or a call or something like that, I spend more time checking my phone during the week, meaning during work days, because I need to be aware. Okay, new word, right? Word from our article. I need to be aware of updates from my students or work or whatever, right? Yeah. Same. I like reading. Yeah, I like reading books. Yeah. I recently started again reading this book right here. It's a pretty popular book, actually. Yeah, it's called Babel, or maybe Babel, by R.F. Kuang. She's a pretty popular author in the United States. And it's a little bit thick. It's pretty long. But I'm enjoying it because it's about like magical language. So it's pretty cool. 100th time checking my phone. Yeah, that's another thing. Your phone can track how often you pick up your phone as well. Let's see. Pick up. I think it's called pick up. Oh, maybe not. I thought that it tracked that. Maybe it doesn't. Okay. Doesn't matter. So alone, maybe 30 minutes. So yeah. Interesting questions, right? Let's see what the other questions are. Let's look at some of these. When did you get your first smartphone? Would you consider switching to a dumb phone? What is that? Dumb phone? Wait a second. What is that? Wait a second. What does that mean? A cell phone that does not include advanced software features such as email or internet browser typically found on smartphones. Oh my gosh. I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever seen this word. I've never heard of a dumb phone before. So hey, I just learned something new. So don't feel bad when you see a word that you've never seen before, because it happens to native speakers too. And I'm an English teacher. And I've never heard of a dumb phone before. So that's crazy. Okay. Would you consider switching to a dumb phone? Okay. What apps do you find most addictive? Do you know anyone who always seems to be on their phone? Which of your screens do you spend the most time on? Okay, let's just kind of go through these bit by bit. So when did you get your first smartphone? For me, I got my first smartphone when I was, I think I was 16, maybe 17. I got my first iPhone when I was 19 because I got it when I went to college, when I went to university. But my first smartphone, I think I was maybe 17. I think I was 17. Oh, I would rather my computer. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. You're a champion. Well, hey, welcome. That's so cool. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Welcome. Exciting stuff. As a champion, you will find a link to my new community in my posts on my channel. So I hope you will join us there. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, very exciting. I would rather my computer instead of my phone, so I can go for many hours without checking my phone. Does using a computer count as using a phone? So I would say it's using a screen, but not the same thing as using a phone. I think there's screen time, then there's phone time, then there's computer time, tablet time, TV time. So screen time is any time spent looking at a screen. So phone, computer, tablet, TV, etc. But then you have, phone time, computer time, tablet time, TV time. These are all, I think, subcategories of screen time. Think when you were 14. Okay. Yeah. See, I think I was 17 when I got my first smartphone. Now, would you consider switching to a dumb phone? So, okay, we just learned that a dumb phone is a phone that doesn't have apps, basically. No email, no social media. Would you consider switching to a dumb phone? For me, no. I would not consider switching to a dumb phone because, I can't, or I don't want to, because using a smartphone helps me with my job, with my work. So, by the way, I want to stay as a champion member. You don't have to feel like you make content with champion. Well, that's interesting. So you want to stay as a champion member? But I honestly, I think that I can make a better experience for people on a separate platform, like on my website. It's still a community space and still exclusive, but not on YouTube. So you would still have access to private videos, and I think I can find a way to do private live streaming still, to still do that, but just not have it go through YouTube. So I'm still figuring that out, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, awesome hyena. I really appreciate the support. So never switching to a dumb phone. Yeah. So, okay. So dumb phone, right? This was a new word for me. This is a new word for me. So a dumb phone is a phone. Oh, wait, I still have it up. Here we go. It's a cell phone that does not include advanced features. Okay. So it doesn't have apps. Websites, etc. So maybe very limited messaging. So that's a dumb phone. This is a new word to me. Like, this is new. I never saw this word before. So we all learned something new with this term. Yeah, like a Nokia. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a dumb phone, yeah, would be like I mean, I call them flip phones. Like the flip phones, are okay, not those. These. This was my first phone. My very first phone was a flip phone. The little flip open, flip it closed. These are flip phones. I don't know if they still make flip phones. I think it's so weird that they have this flip smartphone. I think it's weird. Personally, I think it's weird. I don't like it. I think it's weird. But that's my opinion. My opinion. So, okay, what apps do you find, what apps do you find most addictive? Okay, most addictive. So the apps that just pull you in, the apps that just like sugar, that just pull you in and you can't stop using them. What apps do you find most addictive? It's clearly weird. I don't like them. See, I agree. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, the Z Flip Samsung, yeah. You don't like as well? Okay. Instagram. Oh, 2 for Instagram. For me, TikTok. I don't like Instagram. I don't like Facebook. For me, the most TikTok. But I stopped using TikTok in August. So I'm proud, I'm proud of myself. Pat on the back. Because, I spent so much time on TikTok. So much time. But not anymore. Not anymore. YouTube, your channel. Oh, shucks. That's very kind to say. Thank you. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. For me, YouTube is not super addicting for me personally. I go through phases, meaning sometimes I'm really addicted to it and then sometimes I don't really care. So both. Spend a lot of time. Doom scrolling. Good word. Doom scrolling. Yeah, it's the doom scroll will get you. It will just pull you in. Yeah, very addicting. Spotify for you. Okay, it's Spotify. Interesting. I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music. But yeah, music, man. Okay, this one. Do you know anyone who always seems to be on their phone? Always seems to be on their phone. For me, I'm happy to say not really. I don't really know anyone who always seems to be on their phone. All the people that I spend time with, they use their phone, of course, but they're not always on their phone. For the people around me, it's not really like that. My dog is dreaming. Oh, nope. Now he's awake. Never mind. Oh. There he is. The average people, to be honest. Oh, in your city? I mean, that's a good point. You know, when you are just around, and people just are always looking at their phones. I went out today. I went out to the store and I was driving through a parking lot and there was this older woman walking in front of my car. So I was driving and driving very, very slowly. And this woman just walked in front of my car, not looking around, just on her phone, walking in front of cars, just not paying attention at all. And I just thought, really? She was not young. She was an older woman. And I just thought, wow. I mean, when you are crossing a road, you should look around, Are they really dreaming? Well, I mean, I assume that dogs and animals dream. I assume. I don't know, but now he's just, I don't know. He's kind of shifting around. Oh, it's hard to see him. There we go. There he is. His ear is up. And he has some of his toys here. Pip. Pippy. Oh, goodness. Like a zombie. Like a zombie. Exactly. It's crazy. People don't care about their lives. Oh, man. Love dogs. Yeah, me too. I have one dog and one cat, but my cat is in a different room right now. Alrighty, last question. Which of your screens do you spend the most time on? So which of your screens? So we talked about screen time, right? So which of your screens do you spend the most time on? So screen time meaning any of these. For me, which of your screens do you spend the most time on? My computer. My computer, for sure. I mean, I use my computer for work. I use my computer for content creation. I use my computer to watch Netflix. I use my computer for a lot of things. A lot of things that require a lot of time. So, like teaching, like video editing, like emails and all of that stuff. So, cute dog. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, this is Pip. He's a boy dog. My parents were blaming me for spending most of my time on my phones, and now they're doing the same thing. So when you were a kid, they're like, "Oh, you spend too much time on your phone," and now they're doing the same thing. Oh, that's funny. I mean, parents, yeah. Computer time like 8 hours or a bit more. Yeah, it's probably very similar for me because my jobs plural, because content creation is a job. My jobs require a computer. So like I spend a lot of time looking at my computer. But that's one of the reasons I really like my desk is because my desk can go up and down. And so I will spend time standing at my desk And I also have different filters, like light filters on my screens. So it's better for my eyes. I also have a special filter on my glasses for, the light. It's supposed to help my eyes. So I try to have healthy habits about it, but I do my best. How do you feel about the people of India? They're great. I don't really have a problem with anyone. I don't have an opinion, I guess. EI? AI? Let's say that maybe. Maybe, oh, sorry, maybe what? Let's say that maybe. Are we talking about the computer? But yeah, I try to take, not precautions, that's not the right word. I try to take steps to make sure that I take breaks and I try to be as healthy as possible about my computer time. So, I can understand a lot of what she says. I only started studying English recently from Brazil. Oh, fantastic. Well, hello to Brazil. Hello, hello. Oh, about the time on the computer. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. I use all or everything. I mean, it depends. All or everything depends on the context. So if you have a specific question, I can help you more with a specific question. Okay, that was the final question. So what did we think about this article? I think it was very interesting. I definitely learned something new. Let's start a poll. Did you learn something new today in the live stream? Did you learn something new? Because I learned dumb phone. That was a new word for me. I never heard that word before. So, I mean, I learned something new. Let's see. Let's switch back to here. Let's see how many responses we get. I have not been checking any of the statistics. Oh, wow. Okay. In the 40s. Wow. Amazing. Okay. But yeah, I learned something new. So I hope you learned something new as well. So tomorrow I will also be streaming, but at a different time. Okay. Not the same time like today. Tomorrow I will be streaming in the morning, my time. Okay. So next stream will be Sunday, December 7th, around 9 a.m. Eastern. I think it's standard time. EST. Okay, let me pin this instead. There we go. That's the next stream. Good. You all learned something new today. I'm very glad. I'm very, very glad. Yeah, it's almost 2 hours. Will you make longer streams from now on? Probably, but probably not longer than 2 hours. 2 hours is a long time. But I love streaming. I really do. But that is a very long time. So probably not longer than 2 hours. I think. That's the plan. Want to know your new schedule. Okay, so schedule for December. Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. There we go. That's the schedule for December, because I don't know if those times are going to work. I've never streamed at this time before. This is the first time I've streamed at this time. So we'll see. But I won't be streaming on Fridays anymore. I won't be streaming on Fridays because I'm going to be teaching instead. So not Fridays, but Saturdays and Sundays, that's the current plan. Hello to India. Hello. Good morning to you. It is evening time, or no, it's nighttime here. I'll be there. New one. Fantastic. Yay. Fantastic. Very eager to have a conversation with a U.S. accent. Okay, cool. So focusing on the American accent. Okay, cool. Good morning to you. Well, I'm glad that you all learned something new today. That makes me very happy. I also learned something new today. So, welcome to our new member, and welcome to all of you who are new to this stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me again tomorrow, different time, okay? I hope you'll all join me tomorrow. We'll probably play a game tomorrow. Probably play some connections. It's been a while since we've played some connections. So we'll play a game tomorrow. And maybe some words on stream. That'd be fun. I've been learning English. Alone. Okay. For a year. Oh, okay. For a year. That's fantastic. Good for you. Amazing. You're just trying the schedule. It might change. The Sundays will probably stay the same. The Saturday stream might change, but I think this is a good stream. So it seems to be a very good time. So I will probably continue streaming on this schedule. So we'll see. But yes, for December, it's an experiment. But if the experiment is successful, then I will continue it. So I am in 12 class. Oh, do you mean like 12th grade? Like in high school? I'm glad to see you again after a long time. Take care. Thank you so much, Awesome Hyena. Thank you so much. Yes, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you will join me again tomorrow. We're going to play some games. It'll be a lot of fun. So thanks again. Have a lot of fun. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.